states across the nation are making these kinds of moves. Here's what the order means. Restaurant, dining rooms, bars, gyms, entertainment venues across Washington must close until at least the end of the month. Eateries can still sell takeout and deliveries. This does not apply to grocery stores, pharmacies, gas stations, and banks.
The governor also banned any gathering of 50 or more people. Health officials expect the number of confirmed coronavirus cases to continue to double every 5 to 7 days unless there is significant action.
Updated numbers from the health department show 48 confirmed deaths in Washington, with a total of 904 overall confirmed cases. So gyms are on the list of places asked to shut down. King 5's Britt Moore joins us live from Capitol Hill tonight. Britt, how are people planning to deal with the shutdown there?
A lot of adjustments happening, especially at big gyms and boutique gyms. In front of Orange Theory Fitness here, we have Core Power Yoga just on the corner here in the heart of Capitol Hill, making some very significant changes. We know all gyms statewide are closed in order to comply with the governor's executive order, but some of the gyms are creating some creative and unique alternatives in order to make sure their staff stay employed and members stay fit. Day one and a statewide shutdown of gyms has the fitness community making some major changes.
Yeah, we came up with the idea of streaming our classes live so that we could still have our community.
Hot Feet Fitness in Burien is offering an alternative to in-person classes.
Exhale, airplane arms.
And a way to keep its 20 full-time trainers employed while the doors are closed.
I personally think that physical fitness exercise is such an outlet and such a therapeutic way for people to kind of work through their problems.
A necessity for some people to get through this tough time. Meanwhile, all gyms across the state are empty and will look that way until at least March 31st.
Hey kids, Sue Bird here.
Seattle Storm players are posting daily activities to keep you moving. Other studios across the area posting workouts online in order to keep members active.
This is giving people the opportunity to stay present, but also to kind of realize the value that fitness has and create a community of like-minded people.
Walk those hands off to the center.
Now we know Orange Theory Fitness is suspending its membership fees while this is going on. Core Power Yoga just down the street is offering its members free online classes. Make sure you check in with your gym as they are really changing the rules in order to accommodate people through these next few weeks. For now, we are live in Seattle tonight. Britt Moore, King 5 News.
Britt, thank you. Meantime, some restaurants are choosing to stay open and offer takeout or delivery. Canlis in Seattle decided to open up a drive-through at lunch, and today was the first day of doing that. It was immediately a hit with customers. Cars backed up around the block. The owners say this lets them pay employees during a really difficult time and make sure they keep a safe distance.
We really wanted to provide jobs for our team with any way that we could. This seemed like a safe way for them and also safe for the guests. And you know, it's just, this is not the time for fine dining right now. And so we wanted a way that we could actually keep feeding the city through this season. And every day we're just adjusting to figure out how we can make that happen.
Other restaurants are not as fortunate. Thousands of workers have been temporarily or permanently laid off. Serafina here in Seattle is donating food to employees it had to temporarily lay off and plans to send the rest to a food pantry.
A chef at Pike Place Market who saw all of her business just evaporate in a matter of days is still busy in the kitchen cooking for a cause. King 5's Ted Land joins us now live from the market with her story tonight. Ted.
Hi, Joyce. More than 300 people live in Pike Place Market in apartments. Many of them are low-income seniors, and they need to eat.
As soon as coronavirus started spreading in Washington, Chef Tracy Calderon's catering and cooking business quickly dried up.
At first I was like, oh, darn, I lost that job or I lost that job. And then the realization that I was losing 100% of the work that I had booked for the next 5 months.
She wallowed in the uncertainty for a few days and then went back to her kitchen at Pike Place Market to start prepping for her next endeavor.
Pike Place Market is my neighborhood, and I'm going to take care of the residents here.
Chef Tracy is now delivering meals to dozens of people who live in apartments at Pike Place. Many are homebound.
It's a wonderful blessing. I am not very mobile, and I'm low income.
Kayla Bowe has not been able to stock up on groceries. Monday's meal came just in time.
We're lucky to have people like Tracy in our community here who care so much and have a heart for everyone here.
Restaurants, which are closing for weeks, donated perishable ingredients from their refrigerators. Chef Tracy gives her attention and time.
I'm just really concentrating on bringing the most nourishment to people. That's what they need, and quite honestly, it's what I need to do.
And one other note about Pike Place Market. You may have gone to your local grocery store in the past few days and noticed they're running low or have cleared out of produce and vegetables and fruits. I was walking through the market today, and a lot of those stands that sell fresh vegetables and fish, they were really well stocked, and there weren't many people here shopping, so something to keep in mind for the coming days. Live in downtown Seattle, Ted Land, King 5 News.
Ted, thank you. Well, the governor's emergency proclamation also applies to salons and barber shops. One barber told us that now is the time to check in with your hairstylist to see how they're doing.
Reach out to somebody you know who may need some help. And, you know, this is like a time when I think like locals can, you know, really go the opposite of being the Seattle passive aggressive and start speaking out to different people and seeing like how they can help.
A lot of people in the health and beauty industry are self-employed. That means that they will not qualify for unemployment benefits. The Employment Security Department says there may be a scenario where self-employed people could get help, but it depends on a number of factors. For a link to the site that covers this topic, text the keyword HELP to 206-448-4545.
School districts are working on plans to deliver assignments to students, but delivering food is a higher priority right now. The staff at Lydia Hawk Elementary in Lacey handed out 100 meals in just 1 hour today.
It's wonderful, actually, because I just went to the stores today and everything was sold out, and it was kind of scary. And I have 2 kids, and they're very hungry.
More than 40% of students in the state are eligible for free or reduced breakfast and lunch at school. Hey, we've got a new poll out tonight. Numbers about how concerned people are they will get the coronavirus. It's an exclusive poll conducted by Survey USA. We asked people across the country that question. The most popular response was somewhat at 35%. 28% of people polled said they are not very concerned, while the responses for extremely concerned and not at all were about the same amount of people.
Well, you've probably heard by now the stock market plunged today as the Dow suffered its biggest drop ever, falling nearly 3,000 points. Even after the Federal Reserve tried to help over the weekend by dropping interest rates and launching a $700 billion easing program. Today was the worst day on Wall Street since the Black Monday crash of 1987. Investors are looking at international markets tonight while the American markets are closed to get an idea of just how the market might fare when it reopens. Asian financial markets are all showing gains right now. So that's good news.
The Puyallup, Suquamish, and Tulalip tribes are all shutting down their casino operations for at least 2 weeks. All 3 said they want to do their part to stop the spread of the coronavirus and will continue to pay their employees during the closure. Tribes around the state had already canceled large events like concerts and poker tournaments. Well, starting Wednesday, Canada's border will close to people who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents. There are some exceptions, including Americans.
This measure will carve out some designated exceptions, including for air crews, diplomats, immediate family members of Canadian citizens, and, at this time, U.S. citizens.
Canada is also restricting international arrivals to 4 airports. Airlines will be required to prevent passengers from boarding if they show symptoms of coronavirus. Again, Americans can enter and exit Canada. Prime Minister Trudeau is in his 4th day of self-isolation. His wife, Sophie, tested positive for the virus last week. Well, we want to know how this emergency is affecting you. Are you a business or employee? Send us your coronavirus questions. You can record a video, leave a voicemail, or write to us. You can email factsnotfear, that's the address, at king5.com. Or call the number on your screen, 425-341-3773.